Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome yet to another Starcraft commentary. This is StarcastTV Starleague 2023, a round of 32 Group A matches, the first of the exciting group game series containing players such as Soulkey, Hiya, whom we're seeing right now, and then Paralyze and Ample, whom we'll see later. So it's gonna be one Zerg, two Terran, and one Protoss in this group. Soulkey is the seeded number 1 player here, and I imagine that Hiya is probably seeded number 4, Paralyze probably number 3, and Ample number 2. So that's gonna be the order thing. The first 2 games and the first winner set and loser set, as well as the final set, will always be played on Vermeer. This is why we're seeing Soulkey and Hiya on Vermeer here. Need Money is Soulkey in the orange color, located top left of the screen. In his Zerg creep, coming out here. And Hiya is this purplish, not really purple, what is that? Teal Terran player located at the top right corner of the screen. Looks like Soulkey is gonna be keeping up his money to go for a top hatch. On the other side of the map, we have barracks inside the base and a relatively moderate scouting timing, and he's usually, I think he's gonna go counterclockwise. No, he goes clockwise, so I guess I don't understand anything about Terran versus Zerg. But anyways, if he goes for clockwise scout, he is doing what I call elimination of potential biases or elimination of potential differences of advantages, which is when you prefer to be certain than uncertain. What does that mean exactly? It means, for example, if as a Terran player Hiya has gone for counterclockwise search, right? And if he is gonna be with if Soulkey is located where he is right now, then Hiya will have to go a long way until he finds his opponent. Whereas Soulkey is gonna find him first because Soulkey is scouting towards Hiya's expansion, right? But if Hiya was located where he is, but Soulkey was located, for example, at the bottom right, then Hiya would find him first, and Soulkey would find him last. So there's a potential difference in advantages. So one player is going to be more advantaged than the other. So by going for the scouting, the pattern that Hiya is going for, he's going to eliminate any potential biases of of any potential differences in information or advantages. And usually a solid player would do that because he is certain that his macro skill would shine in the mid game and late game scenario. So he doesn't want to leave to chance his outcome in the earlier stage of the game. Anyways, back to the game. Looks like we're gonna be having very standard command center coming up with 2 Marines. No bunker setup just yet because he doesn't see any presence of Zerglings other than 2. So this is why he's gonna try to poke a little bit to force his opponent to make more Zerglings, and showing the presence of his Marine via the Overlord, who is overlooking that ridge here. Now still, okay, looks like SCV just gonna be coming towards the expansion. Yeah, very standard stuff. But these 3 Marines are holding their course in the middle of the map, and the SCV has been destroyed. No, it's not been destroyed, but SCV is gonna still check for the number of Zerglings. And now, finally, the Marine's gonna maybe head home. I don't know why that SCV didn't just latch on a mineral at home to go there. Maybe it's just gonna try to poke a little bit more, but there's nothing to be seen. He's seen enough. He's seen the hatchery. And what's good about Hiya late scout and the way that SCV survived for really long is that he didn't have to make a bunker. He just kind of hold it at home with 2-3 Marines, and that's it. And he forced a lot of Zerglings on the other side. So I think that is something that I think Hiya could be happy about here. Comsat stations are coming up, and we are gonna be seeing, I think, 2 scan. Let's see where he scans first. He probably will scan the main, which might prompt him to not have to scan anywhere else because yeah, he knows exactly where the hatchery is located. I mean the 3rd hatchery, and he just needs to confirm that there's Spire. He doesn't need to check anything else, at least not in the beginning of the game. The first group of medic Marines coming out, 8 Marines and 2 medics as is started. of the Terran Marine core here. Nice scan. That was, I am not sure where it is, but we're gonna be having some Zerlings and Zerling with no speed, and Marine have no stim pack. We have 2 Firebat heroes. Finally, Zerling speed kicks in, and Firebats are stimming themselves like crazy on drugs here. Marine's gonna move forward to try to apply a little bit of pressure, but this is gonna be at this around the time, I think, that Mutalists come out, right? Let me know, guys. 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Is that around the time that Mutalists are morphing right now or not? Anyways, Medic Marine's gonna try to come home. Yeah, exactly. So he is just gonna try to force a couple of more links, and he's doing just fine. So Hiya seems like he isn't doing that bad, but now it's gonna be a problem. He lost 2 Marine there, I think a little bit needlessly, but now he's gonna be safe behind the comfort of turrets and supply depots and medic marine. So let's see if he's gonna be able to defend against any kind of potential harassment damages from these Mutalists. A drone come out heading towards the bottom left corner of the screen. He might go for the hidden base at the 6 o'clock position, but that is a bit risky, so it's gonna be better to try to go for something more standard like the 8 o'clock position. I think that's where that drone is heading. Zerlings with speed are just camping outside, and you know what, I would prefer a little bit more stuff in the front, like another supply depot blocking those turrets, because Zerling can just come right in. But maybe Hiya is confident in his ability just to keep tabs of things. He's doing quite well against Soulkey, who is supposed to be the seeded 1 player. It is Mutalists come in and they take out 1 SCV, so that's nice. Okay, we have a bunker, so that bunker is going to be able to do a lot of defensive work here. Hatchery coming down at the 8 o'clock positions, and these Mutalists are still looking for an opening, but there isn't any. There might be one opening on the where the barracks are located if the Marines are not out. They're not in that position to defend, because 2 turrets will fall really fast against 6 or even 8 Mutalists here. A nice attack comes in for more harassment on the SCV, but 4 turrets is really strong. None of the Mutalists have fallen, and just one of the Mutalists is very weak. But it's going to be better to just kind of put that Mutualist aside so that it can heal and group up more Mutualists on the other side. We have double starport coming up. And upgrades, well, I think everything is quite standard for the Terran player. Hiya here, Hydralisk Den and Queen's Nest, more Mutualists coming out, but this is not a kind of huge commitment towards Mutualists. It is, I don't know, 7 minutes and 45 seconds, and we have, what is this, 12 Mutualists, right? Is that sizable? I'm not so sure. A lot of the SCVs have been damaged from before, so they are going to be just dropping like flies here. Very few SCVs remaining at the expansion, so Hiya might transfer more SCVs towards that area. Medic Marines are not staying together with the SCVs. I understand that he kind of wants to protect his main, but I would position like 3 Marines there just for additional, firepower, to couple with the turrets when those Mutualists come in. But anyways, 10 Mutualists are just roaming around in the middle of the map. We have some more Mutualists hiding in the corner at the top of the position. Double starport finishes. And he's, Soulkey is doing a good job of just delaying the move out of this Medic Marines while waiting for his lurkers to set things up. The 3rd gas has been completed at the 8 o'clock positions. Alright, finally the first turret is gonna fall here, and that might have a kind of a butterfly effect if he doesn't repair those turrets. Medic Marines might decide to move out now, but I don't know what Hiya is doing. He's got so much Medic Marine. Either position them near the turrets to protect the turrets, or move out. Why are you just staying in just a random place? He's gonna finally be moving out with 2 Valkyries, and let's see if the lurker is in position or not. He's gonna take a scan at Soulkey's expansion. He sees 3 Sunkens and a 4th one in the front, as well as 2 X morphing. Not so sure how fast it's gonna be. Some Zerglings die in the middle of the map, but that is not consequential to the game's battles here. And finally, they're gonna start to come in. A lot of Mutualists are in the area. The first lurker is gonna finish, but the Sunken is gonna be falling very fast here. The lurkers arrives. The lurker is not taken out, and 1 Valkyrie dies. So that's a bit unfortunate, and very good micro from Soulkey to keep himself still alive here. Supply-wise, Hiya 83, and so is Soulkey. So for the time being, Hiya is doing quite well, and too many SCVs on gas there. Maybe that's intentional, I'm not so sure, but anyways, he's gonna try this, and you know what, if he's got a science vessel, he can just dematrix one of the Firebat or one of the Marine and just walk right past that, because a single lurker is not that easy. Well, it's not that difficult to go against. We're just gonna have another looker, but that choke is not tight. Marine can still walk through, but for the time being, looks like Hiya's gonna just move back and decide to do something else with his group of medic Marines. We have one Overlord dying there as the 12 o'clock position along with something else in orange, but we have some Scourges coming over, so that Valkyrie, we need to get out of there. The Valkyrie dies. Alright, so that's another Overlord at the 12 o'clock position. Medic Marines are still roaming around in the map supply-wise. Hiya is up in supply. And he's going to be getting ready for his third base at the 2 o'clock position here. On the other side, we'll be wondering when Soulkey is going to go for, I'm probably sure he's got Hive now. Defiler mount is either under construction or done ready. But very good for Soulkey that he's kept most of his Mitches alive, because during this time, the Terran army likes to go for drops. And having a lot of mutualists just sitting around inside your base is very good for defense. Stack lurkers, they're at the bottom left quadrant of this map, and so this group of medic marines will have to come back. We will need to rely on the firepower of tanks, I think, at some point to kind of bust through that. Although pure bio play is also versatile in the TVZ meta these days. What is that? What is that third building? Is that another barracks? Looks like we might be having... the army is not spinning, so we don't have a transition to tech anytime coming up soon. It is just medic marines coming through. And another frontal attack might be happening there, but no. Looks like Hiya kind of backs up. He's gonna try to amass a lot of science vessels. And making sure that he's gonna have plenty of energy to go against those defilers and ultras should they come out. Yeah, double, so it's gonna be continuous pumping of science vessel, nothing other than science vessel. This is pure traditional, bio play. Hello, Zerglings, right in the, in the heart of his enemy's firebat. Excuse me, defiler is ready to go down the ramp to prepare for the fourth base for Soulkey here. Soulkey is doing quite well. Ultras Dan is about halfway done. So he's gonna have his full power, but these two scientists gonna do a lot of justice against. Oh wow, that is an overkill there. He need to go and find that. All right, that is not good. Losing a science vessel, and I think he lost his science vessel. That didn't have didn't use his energy. So, anyways, very interesting. Just 3 science vessels remaining. More medics marines are coming out. For the time being, Hiya has got a little bit of a map control. He's on 4 bases, but don't count the Zerg player out even when they have 4 bases against the N4 bases, because in the late game, things change hands fast. Terran, bases drop like flies when Zerg start to come out with cracklings and ultras, going into various locations very quickly with the help of Nidus canals. And also don't count out the use of drop technology for Zerg. At some point, although it's a little bit rarer against Terran than it is against Protons in the late games. Anyways, Soulkey here has got his 4th base set up. Let's take a look a little bit at the upgrades when we have a chance here. Looks like we're going to be having some attack here, +2 weapons and +1 armor on the Terran army, +1 weapons on the infantry for Zerg. What's happening? We have, oh my god, we need to back up with that science. This is nice-ish plague there. Just plaguing assigned vessels and a couple of medic marines. But Hiya is near maxed out, and Soulkey at some point we need to break out and do something. We're going to be seeing the first ultras to come up of the game, the first cows, and more to come. And you know what? To counter ultras, tanks and vultures with mine need to be deployed. But for the timing, look at Hiya's build. He's purely bio. I don't know if this is really viable in the late game against 20 ultras, but let's see how good his irradiate skills is. Looks like he's gonna be trying to coming in, and 2 more ultras gonna get irradiated. Oh my god, that is so juicy. And going for some more irradiate on some other stuff, and immediately backing up and let the energy kind of just save itself there, and regenerate itself. I mean, and more science vessels come through. It's gonna be looking for more targets. These 2 ultras won't die just yet. You will need about 2 irradiate to do something. losing a science vessel just to take out a defiler. I don't know if that's worth it in terms of, is it worth it? The cost for science vessels is cheaper than the cost for a defiler, is it right? Well, you also have to count in the cost of a couple of Zerlings, but anyways. I think this time Hiya could afford another base because he's completely maxed out. I think he can just transition into tanks and start to upgrade his mech. That would be a wise thing to do. He's completely maxed out. He needs to lose some units instead of just, you know, just patrolling around the area. But he's doing very well. Finally, the Zerg counter offensive is started here. 4 freaking goddamn starport coming up, and everything is purely on bio. That's ridiculous, man. Double engineering will be upgrading, so it's gonna be on 3-3 very soon. Let's see what he decides to do in terms of his bases, because he needs to get out and build one more base. His main is almost mined out here. The Zerg has started to break out a little bit, and we're gonna be seeing Hiya's supply dropping like flies here. Where's the rest of his infantry? Looks like he's kind of stuck in the middle doing like a little bit of nothing. And now the top left corner, we're going to be seeing overflowing of Zerg unit. Hiya's going to be quickly reinforcing. He needs to have some bunker and some supply depot blocking his 4th base, because that defiler is coming in very close. Counter-attack from the Terran army to kind of push the rest of those units back. And more defiler and Ultralisk is getting plagued. These units are not even being used at all. And they're just gonna die like that. But that huge group of orange stuff in the middle, are they gonna get decimated by the reinforcing medic marines or not? Let's see. There's just very few marines here and not enough medics to support, and they just drop like flies. And the scalability of the Ultralisk is just amazing. We're gonna have some crazy plague, irradiate here, because those Ultralisks have also been weak from before. Very beautiful plague, making these medic marines completely useless here. And the counter attack has reached all the way to the 3rd base. We need to have some tanks, man, not just medic marines. Okay, looks like not tanks, but battle cruisers is gonna be the answers for Hiya against these many number of Ultralisks here. Both max out. And both of in terms of upgrades as well as number of troops here. That's gonna be crazy. Max out Terran versus max out Zerg. I'm a Protons player, but I'm getting chills just watching these two guys duking out. But where's the bulk of Need Money's troops? He's not yet streaming out like crazy with his troops. He's keeping some at home just for fear of drops. But on the other side, Hiya is completely all over the map. He's got so much green or teal stuff. And now we have the second major offensive from the Zerg player. A lot of orange stuff coming in from the south. A lot of Zergling support with Ultralisks and also Defilers. They're going to be tearing up with the... Oh my god, that is such a juicy plague. There's so many medic marines in the red color. And the southern troop reach up with the northern troop. And this group of medic marines is going to get decimated. Another Dark Swarm. And medic marines just have to run home here. Medics are completely useless because they have nobody to heal. And supply-wise, Need Money, Soulkey that is still maxed out. Hiya is dropped about 20 supply in that last battle. Let's see if the 4th base of Hiya get destroyed here. If he can take out this 5th base of the Zerg player, he might be able to kind of starve out his enemy. But yeah, at least for the time being, Hiya is still defending quite well his 4th base. He's oh my god, go and take out the 5th base before the everything get kind of alright, what's happening here? You need to irradiate the Ultralisk, the Mutualist, and everything else in between. And that Ultralisk is gonna die, so that's good. But so many lurkers on the other side. One lurker is gonna be falling though. The other lurker is also gonna be falling, and this Ultralisk is not yet falling, but it's irradiated. Move further into the main base so that you can take out the Sunkens and everything else. Looks like Hiya is all over the goddamn map. He's gonna be building another command center at the top, at the bottom right corner of the screen. He's also keeping quite good in terms of supply. Another plague on that area, and that group of medic marines are going to be falling. Focus attention on the freaking hatchery, I would say. But no, that's going to be the end. Maybe Eraser Trick here would be nice, except that there are some Scourges in the area, and as well as some Mutualists, so that's not good. And once again, Higher supply falls on 180. He's going to be running out of things to do, I think. He needs to build on a base. He needs to transition into... something else, battle cruisers or tanks, I'm not so sure. Oh my god, something happened there with the science vessel. They're completely badly damaged. Nice irradiate on one Ultralisk, and that's gonna hurt the other Ultralisk. Defiler is also irradiated. Scourge is coming from the southern side, but some group medic marines stop them in the middle. Higher supply is dropping fast. he needs to kind of find a way to stall the advances of the Zerg army. Simultaneous 2 bases, but one of the bases is kind of under siege there. At the 9 o'clock position, the new base the 9 o'clock position is not under siege, but the 8 o'clock position is under siege. But just a lot of orange swarm comes over and destroys everything. So all of a sudden, need money. Soulkey takes over the entire left area, whereas Hiya is still on just 4 bases. He is, very committed to this bio build, but I don't know who's gonna be playing out an Ultralist without the support of Defiler is still doing a very good job. Medic Marine comes in though, and Zerglings get destroyed before the Defiler could cast anything. Go and focus the attention on the hatchery. Go and turn over and take out the hatchery and focus the attention on the hatchery. He's gonna try to do just that. The hatchery falls, but everyone else dies. Or the hatchery doesn't even fall, and slowly but surely Hiya is losing the grips of the game. 130 supply versus 181. He finally tries to take the base at 8 o'clock position, but he won't be able to hold it, man. He's got so few supply compared to his enemy. Another science vessel. We need to do some kind of tricksy, and Defiler, go and take out the goddamn Defiler. He's gonna try to take out the Defiler, and the Defiler survives. No, I'm not so sure if he survives, but he's not casting the plague in the right, the Dark Swarm in the right place. This is not really the place where the battle engages. But anyways, it forces the command center and the 12 o'clock position to lift this up, and so many SCVs are falling. Okay, nice irradiate on some groups of Ultralists. And that one Defiler, we need to get irradiated as well. Oh no, the plague, excuse me. Yeah, plague as well as Dark Swarm in the same place. And this group of bio, which is falling like crazy. Another beautiful plague. And everything is weakened out. And look at this, man. It's just so much money, so much income coming in for Soulkey, whereas Hiya just doesn't have anything. He's got 1,000 minerals in the bank, but his supply is so low, and he's not. I think he's not like macroing hard enough or something, because he cannot replenish, excuse me, his lost troops. All right, another nice irradiate just to do something that this command center is not landing. We need to kind of do a better job of managing his army and stuff. Anyways, this is gonna be the final nail in the coffin. Look at that, 2 lines of orange troops converging towards the 3 o'clock position. This is just a meager group of Mythic Marines there. And maybe some nice irradiate could take place, but that's gonna be it. And this base is gonna be falling. Hiya's gonna have a chance to play in the loser set, and Soulkey's gonna be waiting for the winner between Amble and Paralyze. GG, thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.